Hi, welcome to RIoT Startup Spotlight, where we shine a light on the visionaries and disruptors who are shaping the future. I'm Jen Morgan, and today we bring you an exclusive interview with Andrew Couch, founder and CEO of Wolfberry. Hi, Andrew. To begin, can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Hi, Jennifer. Absolutely. So at Wolfberry, we're using decentralized ledger technology to secure IoT networks and introduce micropayments.
Cool. So what is your previous experience and influence in your role today? What's your background?
I'm a military veteran. I've worked in startups since 2008. I saw an opportunity with blockchain technology around 2016. I looked at the IoT space and thought, wow, this is a great way to bring accountability, traceability, and increase network capabilities by introducing blockchain technology. And so we started Wolfberry during the COVID pandemic. We put a team together. We started looking at all of the different ways distributed ledger technology could benefit IoT networks. And here we are today talking about it with you.
So how did a military veteran get to starting his own company? What inspired you in that regard?
Yeah, so I was an RTO, a radio transmission operator in the infantry. So it introduced me to a lot of technologies. I thought it was very cool. I thought, how could I apply this when I become a civilian one day? I looked at startup companies and I thought that was a very nice way to introduce new technologies to the market was kind of through that avenue. So I kind of started figuring it out as I went, starting in 2008, as far as what startups mean, how you can bring new technologies to the public, and just overall how to build businesses.
Interesting. So what are some of the biggest challenges that you've encountered thus far as a startup founder? And if you've overcome them, how?
Uh, with every startup, it has its own challenges. With this particular startup, I would have to say policy really kind of hurt us with cryptocurrency policy not necessarily being favored over the past 4 years has made it difficult for blockchain adoption, which is the underlying technology of cryptocurrency. So with this particular startup, that's been a challenge. It's trying to educate potential customers in the market, the difference between the application use case and the underlying technology, and how the underlying technology blockchain can benefit markets like IoT. But that's been our biggest challenge with this company so far. But now with policy being more pro crypto, it's a little easier to have conversations with companies on why they should use decentralized computing for their applications.
So it's not all Bitcoin is not the only use for blockchain.
Right. And even though a lot of people may think that, crypto applications like Bitcoin is the only way to use blockchain, it's actually, the furthest thing from the truth. Web3 is going to offer so much more than just financial application use cases, and IoT is going to be one of those verticals.
Interesting. Well, do you have any mentors or role models who have inspired you along this journey?
I do, some that are in my team right now, and I have had some that have influenced me along the journey. I'd have to say I'm very pro mentorship. I have learned a lot through my mentors, especially one that's in my company right now. Lieutenant Colonel Scheit, he's also a co-founder. He has a PhD in cybersecurity. He does a great job advising me on just kind of the ins and outs of running a startup as well as working on the technology with our CTO.
It's always good to have those folks in your corner, especially if they can be in your company as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it really helps.
So, what advice would you give aspiring entrepreneurs and future startup founders based on your own experiences?
Look for something that will be relevant a couple of years into the future and start building into it. So you really have to kind of look at the macro picture and kind of figure out, where can you fit into that in a couple of years and just realize, we are going up against big technology companies. So you have to make sure you're filing IP. You have to look for novelty use cases, and also don't be afraid to use bigger technologies products, to offer it to your customers. You can also integrate it into your startup's offering. Also look at partnering with other startups early on. I know a lot of us are just focused on raising money right out of the gate, trying to get our customers, but also look at partnering with other startups that are in the field because you can start putting together pretty large teams that way, which makes it a little bit more trusting for customers to want to work with. Also easier to raise funding.
That's some really good advice that you have there. Uh, That's all the questions that we have for today. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
I hope you have a great rest of your day as well, Jennifer. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.